Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at what's in this package from Maniology, and I'm going to do some stamping. So in this box I have 2 stamping plates and 3 stamping polishes, and I think I'm going to do a wedding theme with these items. So this plate is a great wedding plate, Wedding Bells M587, and I like the kind of net and floral French, as well as some full coverage floral designs, as well as some individual kind of center of the nail designs. And this plate is Dainty Details M595, and I am all about Maniology's French designs. They're plates that have a design that you can do for a French tip. That's my jam. And this first color, Fish Scale, is an iridescent yellow with a pink and gold hue. So it almost looks green, it almost looks yellow. It's very sheer. And then Wild Wings is almost close to what I'm wearing on my nails, which is a really pretty shimmery fuchsia. Then Zinnia is I would call this like a buttercup yellow. I don't have any yellows in Maniology stamping polishes at all. First set of nails, I'm going to start out with this sheer nude. This is a gel polish with a gel polish top coat on top. I find I can stamp better on gel than on nail polish. I haven't mastered that yet, so we'll go with what works. And we're going to do some wedding nails, so I'm just going to let you watch this. I'm going to use this plate, Wedding Bells, and come out with a set of nails, not just 1 or 2 nails, but a whole 5 fingers. And I'm going to use Frozen B422 for this design. And this is why I like to stamp on top of a gel top coat, because I can just take acetone on a Q-tip and just wipe the mistakes off, and I'm good to go. And here's the finished look. I think this would be a beautiful set of wedding nails with that frosted white on a neutral nail. I think that would be lovely for the bride. And then taking a closer look, when I stamp on top of a gel top coat, the design is detailed and it almost looks like it's floating. And of course I will put a top coat over top to finish the look off. Okay, for this design I'm going to take B422 and I'm going to swatch it onto the nail tips. Dry time is about 30 to 45 seconds before I put a second coat on. I did find I did need a second layer to get a nice opaque coverage. Then I'm going to take Fish Scale stamping polish with the Wedding Bells plate, and I want a very minimalistic look. So it's almost like yellow on yellow is how this turned out. Unfortunately, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this with all my studio lights, but with the naked eye, this looks so pretty. It's so subtle, yet very, very stunning. And it's something that kind of gives you that 3D look. And depending on how the light hits this, it's either like a yellow on yellow or a very light pink on yellow. It's very, very subtle, but so pretty. Like I said, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see a whole lot, but I do like the concept of this tone on tone look for even if not a bride, then maybe some bridesmaids if your color is yellow for your wedding. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with more of something you can't can't see, I decided what I was going to do is put some flowers on this design just to spice it up a little bit, and these little flowers with some gem glue, and then I'm going to use my little UV light here just to freeze cure it. And then in the center of the daisy, I put the gem glue in and put a bunch of caviar beads in the middle. I did wipe some off because there was too many and it didn't look right. But I like this concept of having that tone on tone French, which you can't see, and then the flowers near the cuticle. I thought that would be a nice touch for a wedding look. And then the look of this nice yellow set. I like this look. Again, I apologize for not being able to see the stamping on this. With the naked eye, you can see it, but I do have to say that this yellow is really pretty, and I think it would be a great spring and summer color just on its own for nails as well. So with this next set, I'm taking straight up a black as my base, and I'm not giving up on fish scales yet. I'm going to use Wild Wings and fish scales over top of black to see how that looks. And I actually like how this set turned out. If you are a bride that likes more goth look and darker colors, I think this set would be perfect. So fish scales on top of black is almost like a chameleon. It's gold and it's rose gold and it's pink all in one. This is a very unique color and I absolutely love this one. I think it does look better over a darker color, or I need to try it over white to see how that will look. And here's a close-up of what these nails look like. I really love how these turned out. Very different, very dark, very, I don't know if goth is the right word because there's no skulls, but very seductive. So, I mean, if you're having a winter wedding, why not wear black and pink? Okay, this one I'm excited for. I did a French design in gel polish, and I'm taking the Dainty details that's full of ribbons. Now, I'm kind of placing the ribbon in the middle, or the bow in the middle, and then placing the ribbon part along the smile line because my smile line is so deep. That's the only way I could get this design to work, but it worked perfectly. And you could use any color. You could do a pink, you can do a silver. My daughter's wedding in January, her colors were royal blue and silver, so you could do that combination with these bows if you wanted to use this kind of a look for a wedding nail set. But it doesn't have to be wedding nails. This could just be every day. Pick your favorite color and add a little pizzazz to your French. And I top coated with a gel top coat, and this is how this set turned out. Super cute. Okay, let's go on to our last design. I'm using Blossom and Wild Wings in this design, and I'm going to use a sponge with Wild Wings and sponging around the nail to get that aura look. That's kind of a big trend that's been going around this spring and summer. And I found it, I've never done this technique, and I found it quite easy to do. And if it was too dark, I would go back over it with pink. You'll see that later on in the video. Here I didn't put any more stamping polish on my sponge. I just used what was on there, and I liked that look better. The ombre was better. So here I'm taking a clean sponge and using Blossom on the sponge, and I'm just going to go over the nails that I think are too dark and just kind of lighten the aura or the center part up a little bit more. And I'm always amazed when something turns out really cool that I didn't expect. And this was one of them. Having those ribbons or bows that match the outer aura and then are more dominant in the center. Then I wanted to incorporate the bows and ribbons as a French, and I didn't quite know how this was going to turn out, but it turned out. Wow, I love this look. And then of course I do have a little bit of remnants on the top of the nail, and because I'm stamping over top of a no wipe top coat, it's easy just to remove with acetone. And just for the heck of it, let's watch me do the exact same thing on another nail. And then I will, of course, top coat with my no wipe top coat again. And this is what this set turned out to be like. You could do this with any color. You could do it with shades of blue or purple or even black and white. I think that would look really romantic. And then let's take a close-up of all the sets we did. I love the floral accents on this nail. This yellow is really grabbing my attention. And the Fish Scales stamping polish, this is so unique. It's almost like a chameleon type stamping polish. This set is so cute. Like French design and ribbons. Okay, this one's cute too. I don't know, I like them all. Okay, let's recap this video. I don't know what I need to recap. I love all three of the stamping polishes. Each one is very different. I want to play around with Fish Scales a little bit more just to get a good feel for it and what colors it looks best on and what colors I shouldn't waste my time or product on. And the stamping plates are just wow. I just can't say enough good things about Maniology stamping plates. I never stress when I have to do stamping, and I use Maniology polishes and plates. It is such a joy to create art using this product. Polishes are very pigmented and the plates are deeply etched, so it's a win-win, even for beginners. Also, don't forget you can use my discount code Auralite10 at maniology.com, and that will give you 10% off your purchase anytime you make a purchase. It doesn't expire, and you can use it with every purchase that you make. So if you have any questions about Maniology, put them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. And I think that is it. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.